Hey guys, Todd James here. In this video, I want to talk to you about one of the elements in the art of selling, and that is selling without being salesy, without being pushy, without making your customer feel like you're just trying to get in their pocket and take money out. Selling and selling properly and selling a wide range of products or services for a long period of time requires that you develop your skills in terms of selling. And a great place to start is to find a way to encourage and motivate your potential customer without just saying, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, because people are kind of immune to that to a large degree. We're being bombarded with ads online, with ads in print media, with ads on television. We go to movies now, and they run ads before the movies. To a large degree, people in the Western world have tuned these things out. They do have an impact over time, but very few ads that are just trying to push a product or service on you will really motivate you to take immediate action. As someone interested in selling online, you need to find some way to motivate your potential customer to take immediate action. You don't want to spend money on ads so that the person can see that ad 5 or 6 times before they purchase. Ideally, you'd like to find some way to get them to your Shopify store or to your Amazon listing or to your eBay listing after they've seen the ad once or twice. One of the ways of doing this is to create a sense of urgency. We see this in ads all the time, and we're becoming increasingly immune to that as well. But you go to a Shopify store and there's a countdown timer. Or in the original ad, you'll see something like supplies are limited, order now. Anything you can do to get them to act sooner rather than later is generally a good thing. But once again, when everybody's doing it, it becomes apparent to almost anyone, any consumer, that this is a tactic rather than the truth. And I prefer to be truthful to the greatest degree possible when I'm running ads and in product descriptions and things of that nature. I really don't want someone buying something that they don't have a strong desire or a need for, because the person who buys today can be returning that item next week, and I really don't want to have the issue of dealing with returns and refunds. I'd rather for the person to get the item, find that it does what I say it would do, be happy with it, and keep it forever. Once I ship something out, I really don't want to see it come back. So yes, you can force some people or trick some people into buying things, but in my experience, that's really not the best approach to sales, because you're going to have to deal with the back-end problems that creates. So, jumping forward now to one possible solution is, I want you to think about selling not as selling. You're not here to make me buy something. You're not trying to make a customer buy something. What you're trying to do is offer a solution to a problem that the customer has. You are trying to be a facilitator. That puts you on their side. You've removed the adversarial aspect of sales, where you have something I want, I have something you want, let's fight over it. Now you're saying, hey, we're on the same side. I'm trying to help you with a problem. This is, in my opinion, just about the most powerful sales technique that there is, because now you have two people working towards a common goal, and that common goal is to facilitate this transaction. In other words, to make the sale. When you convert your potential customer into a friend and an ally in a quest to find a solution to a problem that they have, you've essentially made the sale at that point in time. Because now when you find that solution, when you help them uncover a solution or discover a solution to their problem, they're pre-primed. They're ready to go. They've already been pre-sold. It's just now a question of collecting the money. You've made the whole process much easier on you. You've made it less stressful on your customer, and they're going to remember you in a positive way as a merchant who helped them fix something that needed fixing, and that's going to help bring them back to your Shopify store or to your eBay listing or to your Amazon listings in the future. It may sound strange because we're not talking about selling life preservers to someone who's jumped overboard into the ocean. We may be talking about selling cars. We might be talking about selling expensive watches. We might be talking about 60-inch flat screen televisions. If you've got a businessman who wants a Ferrari and has been by the Ferrari dealership 2 or 3 times to look at Ferraris, but just isn't going to pull the trigger. He just hasn't found the way to make this worthwhile. He hasn't found a way to justify this purchase in his mind yet. And then as the salesperson, you say, hey, I understand. This is a big purchase. My gosh, I mean, this is a lifestyle purchase. This is something people dream about. If only there were some way to really make this more than just a vanity purchase. Well, if you lease it, you can write this off your taxes as a business expense. And you can use this as a tool to motivate and engage your potential customers as a business owner. What do you think of that? All of a sudden now, you're helping this individual who wants this vehicle, who wants to make this major purchase but can't justify it. Now you're helping him or her find some justification for doing what they want to do anyway. If you're a car manufacturer, and now we're moving away from Ferraris, but if you're Ford or you're General Motors or you're Toyota, and you're trying to sell SUVs to the public, and just think back to the mid-90s. I mean, people actually drove minivans, they drove station wagons, and then the car manufacturers realized that they could actually make a lot more money selling SUVs. So they marketed these SUVs in a way that the SUV was a solution to a problem. You had better visibility. You had, in theory, better crash protection. But most importantly, you had all-weather capability. So no matter where you lived, rain or snow, you could get to work. You could get the kids to school. You could take the kids camping off-road on the weekends, so on and so forth. They were providing you with excuses, if you will, to make this purchase, to get rid of the minivan, to get rid of the station wagon, and to buy a vehicle which at the time was really a whole new category of vehicle. Well, jump forward now to current time, and you'll realize that they were hugely successful in doing this. This was an excellent example of one of the most effective marketing and sales techniques that you'll ever see. In the U.S., minivans and station wagons are hard to find these days, but SUVs are everywhere. They're ubiquitous, and you can't walk down the street without seeing rows and rows of them parked in every parking lot around. So this was an extremely successful sales tactic and marketing tactic used by your major auto manufacturers. Well, you can use those exact same tactics in setting up your marketing and your ad campaigns for Shopify, Amazon, and eBay, and for that matter, whatever other types of markets that you're trying to enter into. You'll find your customers are responsive and receptive to the same type of strategies. So think about this. If you have questions, leave them in the comments section below. This to me is what I enjoy about online marketing, is finding and attracting and motivating buyers. So please ask questions. I'll respond. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.